Hello, YouTube. This is Keith Kevin Ken. I'm Kevin, and it's time again for another pocket dump deconstruction. What you see right there, that's my carry. That's what's going to fill up my pockets today. Today, by the way, is bad luck, Friday the 13th. It's been good luck for me so far. Knock wood. I hope it's been good luck for you too if you're watching this on the same day. I know a lot of you don't. But I always give the date to let you know that we do this every single day. I took this picture, posted it on Instagram. My Instagram is at Keith Kevin Ken. Join the feed. I posted it just 7 minutes ago. Turned my iPhone 6s Plus from photo to video, and now it's time to do the deconstruction of the pocket dump so that we can go through piece by piece and then play with some knives. The knives that are in my pocket and the knives that almost made it. The watch is a Concord Impresario. It's one of my regular carries. I love that chronograph. Oh, so manly, so beautiful. The cigar, I'm going to celebrate Friday the 13th because you know what? TGIF. It's Friday. Man, it seems like the weeks go on and on and on and on. But it's Friday, and I'm enjoying it. So I put out a real nice cigar. I bought several of these because I love them so much. El Rey del Mundo. A wonderful Cuban cigar for this Friday. The coin, let me give you a little bit of shade. The coin is a 2012 Year of the Dragon coin from Australia. I know, that's a bunch of dragons all curled into one. There we go. It actually is a 1 ounce coin. Actually, that's just one dragon. It's just curled all over the place. Let's see if you can get a better view of it. It's one of the thick ones that I love. Still a 1 ounce coin. I always carry a good luck charm, just like a good luck silver coin, just like my grandfather did. Of course, his silver coins, sometimes we stop at the corner store and he'd buy me penny candy. Yeah, used to be penny candy. I can't buy a lot with that. Anyway, that's a wonderful silver coin, 1 ounce silver coin for good luck. The wallet is a old Coach men's wallet. And I've started on the vodka already, folks. I have not started drinking the vodka already. I started by putting it in the flask. A lot of people ask me about the flask and what information I have, and I am so sorry. All I know is that there's this G on the bottom. I bought this over 20 years ago in London when I was a consultant and I was over there. I love it because of its size and this wonderful leather. Its glass is just a wonderful. I keep thinking I'm going to get more flasks, and every time I come across them, they just don't compare. And I'm sorry, I Googled it. I tried to find out. I just can't find more information. If you guys have more information on the flask, let me know so I can pass it on to others. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't keep anything about it. I just bought it at a small cigar shop in the UK. The small knife, of course, I always carry a keychain knife, a medium knife, and a large knife because I like carrying a keychain knife, a medium knife, and a large knife. It just isn't algebra, folks. It's not calculus. It's just I like knives and I carry a bunch of them. This one is really one of my favorites to carry as a keychain knife. My keychain is simply a silver loop with 3 keys on it. This is the Spyderco Roadie. It comes in 5 different colors: blue, black, gray, red, and orange. FRN, smooth FRN scales. It has this wonderful blade. You know, I didn't look at the steel. The steel is N690C steel. It's a wonderful little blade. It is a slip joint. You see that? But it has that little choil here. And even that has a little bit of jimping to make sure your finger doesn't slip off. And that way it protects you from this slip joint slipping. The one thing about this knife is that Spyderco, instead of the nail nick that all my case knives have and some of the older knives you're used to, the little pen knives, they instead put 2 grooves. You see that? Nice little grooves in the blade so that you can pinch and open. It's a modern slip joint. Like most modern slip joints, it has that stop right there at 90 just in case to make you go, you know, this is about ready to cut my fingers, so you can turn it around. Spyderco tried to put this together when the FAA, for one fleeting moment, was thinking about allowing some knives back on airplanes after 9/11. And they gave the requirements. It couldn't lock, couldn't be opened with one hand, and it had to be small. Ta-da! That's where the Roadie came out. Then the FAA changed its mind and said, you know what? Nah, psych, we take it back. But Spyderco said, you know, this Roadie could really be great, especially in the international markets. You know, the blade is only 2.1 inches, so it's under the 3-inch. You can't open it with one hand. That's good in a lot of different areas overseas. And it's a slip joint, doesn't lock. That's another prereq for a lot of countries. So they kept it. They released it with 5 different colors, and I'm glad they did. I really like the Roadie. Oh, I like the Roadie. Yeah, this is an old Coach pad that I've had for over 20 years. Seems like everything I've had for almost 20 years except for my knives. My medium knife is just a special Spyderco. It just is. I mean, my goodness gracious. It's what Spyderco calls a sprint run. Spyderco, of course, is a production company. Their sprint runs are limited edition. That means whenever you see Spyderco and sprint run side by side, that means it's limited to 1,000 knives or less. 1,000 knives or less. First come, first serve. Usually they go real quick. And that means then they're taken out of circulation because all of them have been bought. They go on the secondary market and woo, the prices get hopped up. This is a wonderful knife. It's so smooth. It's so beautiful. You guys know I love gentleman folders. This is the Spyderco Caly 3, but a very special sprint run of it. It has these, oh man, isn't that nice? Steel bolster with this wonderful carbon fiber. It is just real nice. Man, steel liners. It's the Caly 3. If you're familiar with the Caly, wonderful knife from Spyderco. They added, look at it. There's my wire, Spyderco wire deep pocket carry on this knife. I just really like it. It's left or right, tip up carry. They didn't want to mess up the bolster so that some of you could do it tip down. And you know what? I like that they didn't mess up my bolster on this sprint run. I really like it. The blade, of course, is VG10 core. This is Japanese Damascus, and what that Japanese Damascus means is that it has a bunch of different steels. The other part of it, though, is that design, that Damascus design, is taken after a very popular Japanese art technique where they put ink in a flowing river, and that's the design wherever the ink may go in the water. And you can kind of see that flowing pattern on the Damascus. This is a sprint run. It's the Caly 3 from Spyderco. Oh, 3-inch blade, just 3-inch blade. But man, it fits the hand so wonderful. It feels great. That is the Caly 3 sprint run. That's my medium. And here's my large. My large is actually called the mini division from Brous blades. Why is it called mini division when it has a 3.5-inch blade? Because this is the division. Yeah, These are some of my favorite knives. That's why every time I bring it out, I bring out the big one too. I have 3 regular divisions. This one is in blue C-Tech. It's a one-off, one-of-a-kind from Brous Blades. Man, these things are so big. They feel so nice with that big D2 blade that, oh, this is, you know, it's smooth as butter. It's just smooth as butter. The one-of-a-kind, but I have 2 more of these. I have 3 of these. I just love the divisions. I love the regular one, but he was right. And the people complaining about the regular one was right because it's a monster, okay? A monster. That is a 4.4 inch blade, total 9.8 inches long, where the Mini, well, the Mini has a 3.5 inch blade and its total is 8.3 inches long. So you can see the difference. This is easier to carry, but man, is this a beast. I just love the division. That's the biggie. Here's the Mini. The Mini is G10. Nice carved out G10. It's so smooth. It's just wonderful. Yes, that 3.5 inch blade. Look how thick that stock is. From Brous Blades is D2. He loves working with D2. It has tie liners, I believe. Yep. It has that wonderful liner lock that's so smooth. And this thing whips out. Last time I said it really whips out, someone wrote and said, well, it seems slow as you flip it. I know. You know, some people are really good at flipology. Let me just tell you, this flips out great for me. Tactical, but also you can beat it up, man. This is thick stock. I really love it. That is the Mini division. I just want the biggie out here so you could compare. And of course I picked my one-off, right? There you have it. The Mini is my large one. That's the division from Brous Blades. Here's the Sprint Run, limited edition. It's discontinued now, been discontinued for years. It's the Caly 3 with that wonderful steel bolster, carbon fiber, and that Japanese Damascus. And of course the Roadie is my keychain knife. That right there, minus the biggie, that right there, minus the regular division, is what I took a picture of and posted it at Keith Kevin Ken. That right there is my carry. And that's what's on Instagram. But you know what? This ain't Instagram, even though I blew it. I knew that was going to happen at some point. I'm supposed to go, you know what? This ain't Instagram, and give you a look at one of the knives that got away. Actually, this is the only knife that got away. Once I get into my Brous Blades Pelican case. By the way, people say, where do you put all your knives? I have 4 Pelican cases. 3 of them are 1550s. I have 1 1600. All of my knives are packed in there pretty tight, but safe. In fact, if you hit subscribe, we're getting close, slowly but surely, to 500. Once we hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to open up one of my most expensive Pelican cases. It'll be the 1550, and we'll go through all the knives. So please thumb this up to let me know you like the videos, but also hit that subscribe button as we reach our first goal, which is 500 of you guys. Thank you very much, by the way, for those of you who have subscribed, and those of you who have watched. Even if you haven't made up your mind whether to subscribe or not, I really enjoy this conversation we have each and every day. Anyway, I love the divisions. I'm a sucker for the Silent Soldiers from Brous Blades. I have a video on my Silent Soldier collection. It's the neck knives. It's some very rare Silent Soldier flippers. The ones with the hole, the ones without the holes, and of course this. This is the Silent Soldier XL. Titanium scales. I love the liner lock. He gives you a chance. You can remove the steel insert that he has on the lock. You can adjust the insert so that you can have it wherever you want on the blade once it's locked up. You can do a lot with this knife. I love it. It's a lot bigger than the regular Silent Soldier, but man, it feels so good. When I first got it, I have a lot of the titanium Silent Soldiers. I have the ones with the hole, the ones without the hole, and the liner lock one, the one that isn't liner lock, but is a frame lock. They're very heavy, even though they're smaller. This is light because he skeletonized the hell out of this thing. So it's very light. When I picked it up, I went, oh, I miss all the weight. But putting this in your pocket, you do not miss the weight. 3-inch blade. That wonderful Wharncliffe blade from the Silent Soldier. I really like it. It feels so good. Brous blades, Jason Brous. Jason Brous. I don't know him, but I love his work. I really do. I bought a lot of his knives. He seems like a great guy. Deep pocket clip. It's just a nice knife. So I was debating for a while whether to add this instead of my Division, and then I went with the Division. Now, I said that's the only knife that got away, and that's true. That's the only other knife I was considering for my carry. But you know what? I always give you my stories about my knives and how I come up with the carry and the knives that got away. What I don't do is I don't talk to you about the knives that I played with that I didn't really consider carrying. It's just I was in the cases, I picked them up, and I couldn't let them down, put them down. And so I talk about the knives that got away for the carry, but this is a knife, and I think I'm going to try to do that whenever I play with a knife, even though I know I'm not going to carry it. It's too big, but I'm playing around with it. I'm going to share that with you too, okay? And you guys know my attention span is like Zippo. So I'm all over those cases. And I usually pick up a knife I haven't played with in a while and play with it. And this is a beast. It's the War Pig, folks. It's called the War Pig. It's from Red Horse Knife. Is it Knife Works? Yes, Red Horse Knife Works. I bought it from Blade HQ over a year ago. When I got it, man, it had stick, it had everything to it. I didn't do anything, it just loosened out. It was just so tight. Man, what a beast of a knife too. D2 steel, 3-inch blade, but look how thick it is. Great jimping. Now, I will tell you now, all tie, everything's tie, a wonderful frame lock, and a pretty simple clip that works. It's heavy, so I don't carry it, but I do play around with it. I really like it. Now, the folks at Red Horse Knife Works, I did go on their website when I bought it, and I just went back on it when I was playing with this today. They have a lot of different models. Blade HQ has a number of them for sale. What they do, I don't know if you would call it a mid-tech custom, I don't know, but they sell knives, and then they have a lot of ways you can customize them, whether it's the blade shape. The blade shape, they have their different models. This is the War Pig, but they have War Pigs with G10, War Pigs with a lot of different things, and you can ask for different clips. You can really start to customize them. So they seem like great guys. This is one of those knives. This is the only one I have from them. That's one of those knives, just like the Medford knives, that I know I'm going to get back to pretty soon. I would love to grab a lot of these Red Horse Knife Works knives. They are some great beasts of knives. I just haven't had a chance to. I'm so busy with my Spyderco and Chris Reeve knives and all the rest. But at some point, I'm going to get back to them. I just want to share that with you because I had pleasure playing with that. When I get back from work, I'm going to play with it some more. That's a beast of a knife. If you like big knives, big, heavy, look at that. Big chunk of titanium right there. I love that see-through construction for easy cleaning. But man, you need to take a look at this. Take a look at them. RedHorseKnifeWorks.com. Oh man, if you stick with me, for months and years. You're going to start seeing more of their stuff. I had this back of one of my Pelican cases, hadn't played with it in a while. I pulled it out and started drooling on it, but I'm not carrying that beast to work. Hey, you guys, I really appreciate you. Thanks for giving me so much of your time. Don't forget to thumb up this video if you enjoy it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's build this community where we just have fun with knives every single day. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.